everyone, welcome back to more Super Mario Galaxy, where in last episode, we tackled the first brand new galaxy of the final dome of the game, which was the Garden Dome, and the galaxy we tackled was the Deep Dark Galaxy. And in this episode, we're going to be tackling the second of the three, well, four technically, there's four, well, I guess five, there's three, okay, numbers are hard, but there's the reason I said three is because there's three big galaxies. You know, the stuff like your Freeze Flame Galaxies, your Ghostly Galaxies, things that have a lot of power stars, and then the smaller galaxies, such as stuff like Bonefin Galaxy. So there's two of the smaller galaxies, one of which is a Hungry Luma star, but there's three main galaxies with three main power stars, and then the hidden stars and the Prankster Comets. But so there's three of those, and then there's two smaller galaxies. We're going to be tackling the second of those three main galaxies today in the Garden Dome. Let's go ahead and fly to a brand new galaxy. The Dreadnought Galaxy. Let's tackle infiltrating the Dreadnought. Welcome to the galaxy. Okay, so you might get some familiar vibes from playing through this one, and I wouldn't blame you because this galaxy definitely does feel like an altered version, for lack of a better term, of Battle Rock Galaxy. Also, yes, I did use a little bit of a gravity sling there to launch me into that launch star. That's not necessarily you can just bounce off the thing in the center to get you up there, but either way, you want to platform your way to the top of that planet and then get in the launch star to move to this planet. Then you have to defeat all three of these little enemies right here in order to release the power star? Nope, that'd be a short mission if it was a power star. The green pipe, we want to access the green pipe, and the only way we can do that is if we defeat all three of the enemies right here. Bump the microphone, don't worry about that, I'm going to just move the mic back into position. There we go. Alright, now that we've unlocked access to the green pipe, let's go ahead and jump in. And this room should also remind you of the Battle Rock Galaxy. Remember that room with the gravity that was all over the place? Well, it's kind of similar to that. Alright, well, nothing too complicated here. You know how this works. Basically, the direction the arrow on the wall is indicative of which direction the gravity is pointing. And that's pretty much all we have to say about that one. Now we just gotta sit here for a little while and wait for the walls to come together so that we can wall jump our way up to the top. And I do recommend long jumping your way over to the left-hand side to grab this life mushroom really quickly before the walls collapse back. It appears we were not fast enough, but don't worry because it doesn't take too long for them to come back together so we can launch ourselves out and keep moving along and wait for these to all retract towards the ground because we're going to flip gravity on its head as soon as we get to this little arrow right here. So let's go ahead and flick this arrow to rotate gravity around like so. Now we can climb up these stairs, and these little things from before are still going to be an obstacle. The difference is that instead of walking along the things themselves, now we just have to wait for the opportunity to wall jump our way up, so not a lot of time to react to. We have to wall jump our way up this way, land on this as it comes out, and then backflip our way up to the top. Then move over here, rotate gravity once again by spinning into the arrow, then bounce your way up above these things before they can crush you. Oh, messed up there, but don't worry, because still, once again, we're going to bounce our way up here, spin over to the left, spin over to the right, and then bounce our way across this and into the green pipe to escape this gravity flipping room. Now then, all we got to do moving forward is to just triple jump our way up on top of this upper platform, like so. And then we can side somersault our way up to the top, like so. And then once again do a side somersault to launch ourselves up, or you can bounce off these guys. Either one works perfectly fine. But once you reach the top, we're going to once again have to wall jump our way up in tune with these platforms, or we can just sit on top and wait for us to get up to the top, and then hop into this launch star right here to launch ourselves off to the final planets of this mission right here. Alright, now let's head into the Sling Star. And the power star is right over there. It's so close. It's just tantalizingly out of reach, but we can't quite reach it. So how do we reach it? Well, the first thing we need to do is find the glass container, which we're going to use to flood this planet. So, where is that, you may ask? Well, if we head all the way up here and around the other side, here is what we need to break open in order to flood the planet. So, let's go ahead and get the attention of this bullet bill, then lead it up over the steps and onto the other side to crash into this right here. Now that we've taken care of that, we can swim our way up on top of these steps and hop onto this platform on the right-hand side and allow it to take us over to the right even further. Step onto this platform. Okay, I messed up. That's fine. There we go. That's more like what we had in mind. Now we'll let this take us further to the right-hand side. Almost messed up that long jump. That was a close one. Alright, we're close to the power stars. Now all we gotta do is not that. Long jump our way out to this platform right here. And then move between these giant beams, and the power star is yours. And oh, we're running low on battery. Well, hopefully I can finish out the episode before the battery runs out.
Oh, yeah.
You got a star, infiltrating the Dreadnought Galaxy, 90 power stars. High score updated to 1 coin. You increase your star count to 1,591. Save your game. No, because we still have plenty more power stars collecting this episode, so let's go ahead and once again return to the Dreadnought Galaxy. And tackle Dreadnought's colossal cannons. Okay, so now it's time to introduce you to this little thing right here. So what we basically have to do is we just have to stay to the right-hand side and keep moving to the left so that we can rotate it so that it moves forward without us falling off. So just stay to the right, move to the left, until it's safe to long jump out to this platform. Now, as we've done previously, we have to step on all of the blue flip switches to turn them yellow. Then do the same thing with the next set of flip switches, and we're going to do this, you know, in increments, essentially. So there's different sets of blue flip switches. So we'll do it bit by bit until we turn them all yellow, and then we'll be able to get off this planet. Almost done. There we go. Bunch of star bits for us to collect. And also, I think I actually made a mistake in the last episode. I might have said that the Hungry Luma, or the next Hungry Luma that we need to feed starbits requires 1,500 starbits. That was incorrect. We actually need 1,600 starbits. So I was 100 starbits off. But even still, I imagine that if you have 1,500, it won't be that hard for you to acquire 1,600. Anyway, here you want to spin both of these melons back at the enemies very easily. And if you want, you can even long jump out to their platforms to get your hands on a coin. But not entirely necessary. Also, if you stand here, you can collect some star bits in the distance. But once you're done there, you can just long jump your way out to this launch star and propel yourself off to the next planet. Remember in Battle Rock when we had to stand on a platform and survive the cannons in distance? Well, this is essentially the same thing, only slightly more difficult, because we don't have an underside to hide on this time. We can only stay on the top of this platform, so we just gotta jump over all the electric beams and dodge all the cannonballs as they come launching towards us. No big deal. We're experts at platforming at this point, and when you're ready, you want to jump up into the gravity of this upper platform right here. Defeat the Goomba as quickly as possible so that you don't have to worry about it in the future. Again, just jump over the electrical wires, and then also dodge the cannonballs. Pretty easy. If you want, you can get some star bits out of this block right here. Just make sure you're ready to drop onto this platform as it comes down, and then you can jump your way into the gravity of this platform down here. Again, defeat the Goomba as quickly as possible. Slip underneath the thwomp before it can crush you, and then wait for the platform to catch up on the other side of this platform so you can fall down. Again, as is usual, just dodge all the cannonballs and you'll be good to go. Now, you don't want to jump up here. You actually want to wait because the platform is going to start moving up. Then you can jump into the gravity of this platform, and again, quickly defeat this Goomba so that you don't have to worry about it. Okay, never mind. I missed, but as you saw, the fact that I didn't defeat it gave me some problems because I had to worry about dodging the cannonballs and the Goomba. Hopefully we'll have some better success taking you out first try this time. There we go. Oh, missed a coin, but that's fine. Now we're coming up on the end right here. We want to quickly jump into this, into the gravity down here. Completely ignore the top path because the top path runs out at some point. You want to stay only to the lower path. Dodge all the cannonballs. I got really lucky there, but you want to dodge the cannonballs and then you want to stay on this platform. Don't risk the long jump out there. It's not worth it. We'll be able to make the jump. Here you want to make sure you jump over all the shockwaves, and you don't want to risk any long jumps. You can just safely wait on this platform until you arrive at this little guy right over here, jump on top of his head, and then you can launch yourself directly into the Power Star. You got a star! Dreadnought's Colossal Cannons, Dreadnought Galaxy, 91 Power Stars. You increase your starboard count to 1,658. Save a game. No, we still have more Power Stars collecting steps, so let's go ahead and once again return to the Dreadnought Galaxy. And tackle Revenge of the Topman Tribe. Yeah, so remember in Dreadnought Galaxy when we faced off against the Topman Tribe? Well, we're gonna fight him again in this episode. But not right now. Right now we're gonna launch ourselves to the other side of the planet because what else did we do in the Dreadnought Galaxy? I'll give you a hint. It was something which I said we would have to do later in the game, but it would be much harder. Anybody remember what it was? Yep. It's this super fun minigame.
You know how hard it is keeping a Dreadnought clean, and then someone comes and drops a load of trash in the ammo depot? Hey, we have plenty of bombs, maybe you could use them to blow up all this trash?
Sure thing.
Gee, thanks.
Okay, this one is significantly harder than the last one, and it's significantly less fun as well. Not that the other one was all that fun. But just like last time, you want to throw all the bombs at the yellow dots as you see them. There's no specific tips that I can give to help you out with this. You just want to throw the bombs where you see me throwing them. They are the most optimal spots in order to throw the bombs. You don't have to be exactly on the gold coins, but you want to be as close to the center of the gold coins as you possibly can. And assuming you are close enough to all the gold coins for them to properly detonate all the trash, then you will have completed the mission. You likely won't do that on your first try, but you know, it's really just a trial and error kind of thing. I got lucky to do it on my first try here. The only thing I have to say is that I did do a little trick right there where, because I knew that I wouldn't have enough time to detonate the two I put in the middle here before the timer ran out, but I knew that the one on the left could, and I still needed to destroy the things on the right. I set a chain reaction, because if the bombs are close enough together, the one that detonates first will set a chain reaction to the other ones. So the one on the left blew up the trash here, which then caused the other two to detonate, and then that destroyed everything else. So that's the only real trick there is. Otherwise, just aim for the gold dots. You got a hidden star, Dreadnought's Garbage Dump, Dreadnought Galaxy, 92 Power Stars. You increase your starboard count to 1,666. Save your game. No, because we still have more power stars collected, but I do have some great news, which is that was the last trash-destroying mission that we ever have to do in the entire game. Now let's actually tackle Revenge of the Topman Tribe. Well, you know the drill at this point. The mission is not all that different from the first time in which we faced off against the Topman Tribe. They behave exactly the same way. We gotta lure the Topman up to the top so that we can spin them into the electric field and free the Luma. There we go, there's the first one. Now we gotta knock a second one in there because there's two different electrical fields we gotta take out, the green one and the red one. There we go. Now the Luma's been freed. Thank you, in return, let me create a shortcut for you. Okay, I'm going to transform into a sling star, which we can use to launch ourselves up to this planet right here. Let's go ahead and ground pound this one right here, so that we collect a series of blue star chips. Now the first four are relatively easy to collect because they're just all right here. But this last one, we do need the help of the Topman right here in order to launch ourselves up into the final pull star, like so. And then from there, all we have to do is just use the pull stars themselves to help guide us towards the launch star and get us off this planet. Now it's time for another pull star gauntlet. But before we do that, let's head to the underside to grab the slide mushroom right here. Grab onto the first pull star, and it's entirely up to you as to whether you use the launching mechanic where you grab onto a pull star and then let go to kind of launch yourself a little bit further than the pull star would have taken you otherwise, or you just pull yourself between the pull stars. It's entirely up to you one way or the other. But what you do need to do is you do need to use the launch mechanic right here to hold yourself here, then grab this one in the middle and then immediately let go to launch yourself into the launch star. This plan is very, very easy. Just the white circles on the ground give you a perfect indication of where the shockwaves are going to go. So you have complete knowledge of what the safe spots are, and also all you have to do is just jump over them. And if for some reason you have taken enough damage to the point where you need to warrant this, then you can always just grab another life mushroom in the center, right over here. Now we can just keep moving between all the shockwaves and jump into the launch star to get off this planet and go face off against the Topman tribe once again. Even the planet is exactly the same. Just launch ourselves over like so, then pull ourselves up to the top, and let's begin the battle. This fight is exactly the same as it was beforehand, except this time there's more minions. Just jump on top of his head, and then spin to knock him into the side, just like I said. Okay, can we actually please just knock him into the side? There we go. That's more like what we were doing the first time around. It's really, really simple. Just jump on top of his head, spin to knock him into the side, specifically the electrical field. If you have to hit one of the electric fields in order for it to do any damage to him. And then once you do that, the boss will be defeated. Just as easy as he was the last time. You got a star! Revenge of the Topman tribe. Dreadnought Galaxy, 93 power stars. You increase your starbit count to 1,709. Save your game. Nope, we still have one more power star collecting episode, and that is going to be located within this galaxy. Once again, we are going to tackle the Speedy Comet, and depending on how fast we can get this done, we may even tackle one of these side galaxies in the garden. So let's see. Let's tackle Topman Tribe Speedrun. As per the usual, time is of no consequence. Here we have 6 minutes to get this done. So there's really nothing to worry about, even in the slightest. And the only thing we have to worry about, I guess, is the boss fight itself, but even that is not anything to be concerned of, because as we saw previously, also, are you stuck on the side? Is this thing... Okay, I thought he was stuck on the side of the hill for a second. That was going to be bad. Okay, anyway. The only thing that can even be considered slightly difficult is the boss fight itself, but as you saw previously, the boss fight is just as pathetically easy as he was the first time around. As long as you know how to beat him, he won't be any problem whatsoever. So there really isn't any special tips I have to give. The strategy for getting to the level is the same as it always has been. So I guess I'll take this opportunity to say that I'm not a big fan of the Dreadnought Galaxy, because it really does feel like a slightly different version of the Battle Rock Galaxy, and it's like, why don't I just go play Battle Rock? I'm pretty sure they even use the same music as the Battle Rock Galaxy. And I mean, it's all the aesthetic is the same. They even have the stupid trash minigame. I'll go into more detail about this kind of stuff in the finale, or not the finale, when we go face off against Bowser and and the credits start rolling. But yeah, some of the later galaxies in this game, not quite as strong as the earlier ones. Anyway, now it's time for this. I guess this part could also be kind of tough, but I mean, so long as you don't rush through it, it'll be fine. And I do still recommend you grabbing the life mushroom just to be on the safe side, because they do give you 2 life mushrooms, potentially 3 actually, because you can, they give you 2, and then you can buy a 3rd one if you have enough star bits, which we probably won't, but we're also not gonna need a 3rd life mushroom. But I mean, it'll be there if you want to buy. I didn't really show it off, but you could see the Luma shop from when we were facing off against Topman, and I don't think we have enough momentum to make it there, so let's pull ourselves back, get ourselves even more momentum, and there we go. Now we have enough to make it to the launch star. Alright, yeah, I really don't know why they gave us 2 life mushrooms. Did they really think that we were gonna need them, necessarily? Well, okay, so I guess maybe 2 I can understand, because that last section can be kind of tough initially, but to have a life mushroom literally right here, followed up immediately by a Luma shop, really? I don't know, it seems like they might have overdone it a little bit, but whatever. We're almost there, almost at the boss battle, and then we are good to go. I mean, as we recall, the Daredevil combat against Topman was also insanely easy, so a speedy combat against him, gonna be even simpler, because the boss is, as I keep relentlessly saying, a cakewalk. I guess I didn't point this out, but you can, if you feel like the minions are giving you too big of a problem, you can take them out to prevent them from knocking into you and preventing you from spinning into them. But they're not really that big of a deal. So long as you keep distance from them and just stay focused on the main enemy, they're not that big of a deal. But you can take them out if you feel like they're becoming too big of a problem for you. I just never have felt the need to. Because it only took us half the time which they gave us to defeat this boss, or to get to the level and defeat the boss, and we did it, so yeah, that's just that easy. You got a star, Topman Tribe Speedrun, Dreadnought Galaxy, 94 power stars. High score updated to 2 coins. You increased your starbit count to 1,762. Save your game, and no, because since we did that last star pretty quickly, we will go ahead and do one more in this bonus galaxy over here, which is Splatter Galaxy. And tackle, watch your step. Welcome to the galaxy. Alright, so remember that one secret star in Ghostly Galaxy where basically it was just this? Well, they made an entire galaxy out of it. And it's really not that complicated. It's just the gimmick is just a bunch of platforms that only appear temporarily. So just keep in pace with the platforms as they appear, and that's really the only gimmick here. There is one really hard section, okay, not really hard section, but there is one challenging section coming up ahead. Not necessarily because the platforming is tough, it's just because of something you have to use to, oh dear god. Well, that was an unintentional shortcut, but it worked. Pro speedrunning strats 101, ladies and gentlemen. But the section I was referring to is this one right here. It's the spring mushroom. This one's kind of a pain, just because the spring mushroom can be annoying to control it sometimes. But you just gotta keep bouncing up. And I didn't explain it. These platforms you can phase through like that, so that's going to be an important thing to keep in mind for the future. Also, we did get a flash about the battery levels of the remote, but I think we might actually be able to make it through this episode without the remote running out of batteries. Although that would actually be super depressing if like we got within an inch of the power star and then my Wii Remote ran out of batteries. That would be actually so depressing. I mean, I wouldn't show you guys the entire playthrough again at that point. I would just, if that does end up happening, which I really hope it doesn't, I'll just play through it again and then I'll cut ahead to when we get to the power star. But I'd like to have to hold off on replacing the batteries in the Wii Remote until we finish this episode, just for the sake of convenience and gotta go fast. Okay, there we go. All right. We've made it over here successfully, so now we can bounce away even further up. And yeah, this part isn't too bad, but because there isn't, like, there's no stability to the spring mushroom, you're always moving just a little bit, so it's kind of hard to to manage yourself, and it's also hard when there's only one platform you can actually face through. It can get kind of tough to to aim where you're trying to land properly. Bunch of starbits there if you want them. No, I knew I wasn't gonna make that. Yep, that's what I was talking about. The precision of the spring mushroom's a mess. Try this again. There we go. That's more like what I had in mind. But yeah, it's kind of annoying because of how finicky the spring mushroom is to control. But if we just make it to the sling star, then we will be good to go. All right, we're free of the spring mushroom for now. So now all we gotta do is make our way through the final section of this galaxy, which is this little platform gauntlet right here. And all we have to do is just keep up with the platform as it moves, which is not that hard because you have plenty of time to react. There are going to be some magic Koopas that show up to try to ruin your fun, but still nothing too bad. And yes, technically it is counterintuitive to take up the starbit, to grab the starbits that I just grabbed, because they do appear on platforms that you know are safe to jump on, so it's kind of an indicator. It's like, hey, if the starbit's there, it's safe to jump there. But I know where all the platforms are, so it's not really going to be that big of a deal. And even if I didn't, I have plenty of time to react with the platform as it moves, so I don't really need the starbits there. Hello, Magic Koopas, these are the things I was just talking about beforehand. So you definitely want to make sure you take them out right here before they can teleport away, and then at which point dealing with them is going to be a major pain in the butt. That being said, the Power Star's right there. As you can see, this section was no big deal. The hardest part was the Spring Mushroom section, but other than that, this galaxy was very much a cakewalk. So now all we have to do is just keep on moving towards the end. We're almost there. Just one leap of faith out to where this coin is. As you saw, I mentioned earlier that the starbits are on predetermined platforms, so you know it's safe to jump there. Same thing with that coin. And if you want to be risky, you can just long jump out to the Power Star. You got a star. Watch your step. Matter Splatter Galaxy, 95 power stars. Galaxy completed. High score updated to 2 coins. You increase your starbit count to 1,975. Save your game, yes, because that will be it for this episode. And just to give you guys an indicator of how far along we've come in the game so far, we only have 2 more episodes before we will go face off against Bowser. So that's pretty exciting. We're coming up on the end of the... Oh, dear God, I messed up. Okay, that's fine. I wanted to activate the shortcut at the back of the garden, but I guess I'll do that between episodes. Anyway, that'll be it for now, so thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I'll catch you all tomorrow for some more Super Mario Galaxy. Goodbye!